Hi, brothers and sisters, kings and queens. How y'all doing? Hope y'all doing good. Hope you've been checking into yourself, checking into your organs, connecting with your organs, especially at this time um, when I see that it has a overwhelming effect in some areas across the globe where there is this mandatory lockdown where everybody stays inside. Have actually seen a couple of pictures taken from a couple of the biggest cities in America where there's no cars on the street, and which them is very, very new and unusual. Upside about it is that nature has its own plan. So you can take comfort in that. Uh, please understand that nature does have its own plan. Um, it's just coming into play. One of the things that is very helpful for you and me, like all of us, is connect to our natural self, connecting within. And when we connect to our natural state of existence, we have a direct link to nature, and we can make the right choices, because after, when this is all over, we will be walking in new pathways. So cheers to everybody, and hopefully you've invested in your time at home in a good way, where when you come out of it and when we get back into things, like we have a new pathway to walk in. So connecting with your organs. If you haven't yet watched the other videos, please go back and watch the other videos. There's one video there where I talk into depth about connecting with your organs. And as I've said in that video, if you haven't been exposed to body scanning, there's lucrative guided meditation type that's on YouTube, where someone can take you through guided, connecting with your organs, and that where you sit down in a nice quiet place and you listen to the audio and close your eyes and you just follow lead. So one of the things that I wanted to that made me want to do this recording was I was chatting with my mother. Love you, mom, if you're watching this. But I was chatting with my mother and she was asking me, what do you mean by connecting with your organs and that? And so I explained to her about, like, closing your eyes, imagining your brain, and then going down. I didn't even get to the heart. And she's like, oh no, don't take me down there. Oh, it was so funny. I couldn't stop laughing. I'm like, Mom, where do you think you are right now? Are you outside or within yourself? It's the most natural thing to do. And I guess it does feel a bit strange, especially for us. That word, forgot that word. But I want, so anyway, connecting with your inner self. If it's an overwhelming concept for you to uh, go on a little tour within yourself, down to your organs, then look at it this way. Just bring the images up to your conscious focus. So bring it up so that you can have a look at them up here. If that's a more better way to put it, and it's not as overwhelming. So this may not mean much to some of you yet, but eventually it will. There'll be times when there's gonna be times come, like in the future, where we'll have to make certain decisions and choices, and just ensuring that we're touching into our pure self so that we may make the right choices for our evolution process. Cutting out the middleman. So basically, it's just one on one with yourself. Connecting with your organs. Yes. Lemon water. Don't forget to have your lemon water. If you haven't yet bought any, please go out if you can, if it's essential, and get some lemon so that you can have it with your lemon water. Um, like you're purifying the water when you're drinking it, especially in the bigger cities. We know that um, they need to use a lot of chemicals to cleanse that water. But what it does, it doesn't help that water for us to digest. So when we taking it, the water's a bit distorted. By adding lemon into your water, it helps alkalines the water so that when you um, drinking it, it alkalines your body. It alkalines your blood, it detoxes your organs, flushes the bowels. It's the most amazing fruit nature has to help with everything within our body. Squeeze some on your food too if you like. It's lovely. I love it. I call it agent. Call lemon an agent that no matter what it is that I'm eating, if I squeeze lemon, I know that it'll alkaline what I'm eating and it'll just go straight down. Like, it'll be alkaline. So now is a good time, brothers and sisters, for you to tap into yourself, especially when you're feeling a bit overwhelmed. Just bearing in mind and may you be enlightened now that the overwhelming or the frustration that we may occur has a lot to do with our identities or our routine that we have taught ourselves, um, our personality. So, because all that now doesn't is not important to the economy because the economy has come to a stop. So now we have to put on hold a lot of the lifestyle we've invested ourselves in for generations has now come to a stop, and we're like, and the overwhelming things can be, well, what's going to happen now that this is not needed? So this is a good time for you to refresh yourself, for you to detach from identities that does not serve you, values that does not serve you. And what I mean by not serving you in serving you in your emotional health, your mental health, in your physical health, and most importantly, your spiritual health. So all up your holistic health. So tap into yourself. What is the best thing for you to do right now so that you can expand and improve in your holistic health to ensure that you are preserved, you're preserving the best part of you so that when it's time to take step forward now, you're taking the right step. I hope this has brought some comfort to you, some positive vibes. I hope it's not too overwhelming, just like it was for my mom. I love you, mom, if you're watching this in the future. Um, Stay safe, stay connected, pure source, love and light. Ashe.